What is up, everybody? We are back for the second stream of the day. I had a good lunch with Chris. She made grilled chicken. Hang on, something in my throat there. Chris made grilled chicken, and we had leftover spinach cream soup from yesterday, which is really delicious. Just got had a shower, a little bit of a workout just now. Just some band stuff, nothing serious. I need to get back into fitness again. Um, and I had a coffee. I'm still finishing up my coffee. And we're about to do a twofer. We are going to watch the Stalker 2 making of documentary called War Game, which is an official film over at the Xbox channel, which launched earlier today. It's an hour and a half long. So with my commentary, that's probably going to be about 2 hours of our stream. And then after that, assuming we have power and we're all still good to go, we'll probably progress into some more Starfield Shattered Space after that. I'd like to go. We should be able to do 3 to 4 hours tonight. Unless Chris needs something. It depends on storms, so but I'm cleared for the next 4 hours. Um Good morning, Bogdan. It says oh, I just read your message. I misread it the first one. Bogdan says, good morning, afternoon, evening to everybody who's joining. I concur. Saludos a todos. Enjoy, everybody. We're going to jump in. I'm going to mention it again, probably tomorrow morning. But I just had a really cool email surprise waiting for me this afternoon. After I got out of the shower, had some dinner, checked my emails, I got a Legacy of Morgoth Ultimate Edition key provided to me from Lord of the Rings Online, courtesy of Cordovan, their community manager, in thanks of my ongoing coverage of Lord of the Rings Online, which I have been happy to play. I've been playing since launch. I've never pitched them anything. I've never attempted to have a working relationship with them. I just go about my business. I make enough money off of my LOTRO videos that it behooves me to continue to produce content around that game. So that was a really cool, nice little surprise to open that up. They've done a very good job over the years of retweeting my content anytime I put something up on Twitter. They've mentioned me in their newsletters a few times. When I was doing the LOTRO Tourism series, they shared that out. When I did the LOTRO Cooking in Real Life series, they shared those videos out. So their team has always been very supportive on social media. So it was that was a really cool thing. So I want to say shout out to the Lord of the Rings Online team for that. I will be putting it to good use. I already claimed it, and I will be doing something soon related to a high level character now that I have an objective to push towards. All right, let me move some stuff out of the way here. And we're going to go watch this documentary together. It was really cool of them, Bogdan. It's really cool when companies like I don't go out of my, I didn't go out of my way to pitch them on anything. It was just so it's a nice little, early Christmas. Frodo, if you need to go out, now's the time for you to go out, buddy, because I'm about to watch a documentary and I'm not going to have time to pay attention to you. Yes? He literally just woke up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. All right. I think we're ready to go now. Bogdan says, has your YouTube feed been flooded with disappointed reviews and opinions of Shattered Space today? I'm surprised by that since I'm having a great time. Dude, not only that, I have been getting hammered with trolls who are calling me a shill, and even though I'm not paid a dime by Bethesda, I've been called a shill probably 500 times in the last 72 hours between TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. And then just flat out being told that I'm a consumer of trite shite, that I don't know what's good from bad, that I'm a fake reviewer because I'm not, and I'm like, they're claiming I don't have any flaws. I'm like, I gave it a 7 out of 10 in my soft review. Like, I obviously found some flaws. Like, it's a great expansion, but yeah, it's everywhere, dude. It's a cesspool out there of angry little children who think they're adults. Let's go watch Wargame, The Making of Stalker 2. It's an official documentary film about the making of the upcoming game that we're going to be playing in November after we finish up Dragon Age The Veilguard.
Бажання потрапити в Чорнобильську зону відчуження в мене з'явилося ще в дитинстві.
That's a serious
Коли вперше
backpack.
проникаєш в Чорнобильську зону, ти відчуваєш себе першовідкривателем.
I don't think I have the balls to
Що
go to
може бути
Chernobyl.
більш таємничіше і відлюдькувати, ніж Чорнобильська зона відчуження.
That was a cool transition right there, guys.
Щоб зробити відеогру на кшталт Stalker, треба зануритися в цю атмосферу. Не просто взяти візуальні референси, а передати саму суть та емоції зони. Знаходячись там, ти, звичайно, відчуваєш цей зв'язок з історією і з тими подіями, які відбувалися на цих територіях. От це почерк. У нас були такі випадки, коли йшов дощ, ми могли зайти в хату і просто годинами читати листи бабусі з її онуком, який жив під Києвом, і вони листувалися між собою ще до аварії. І ми сиділи, уявляючи, де зараз цей онук, скільки йому приблизно років, як в один момент це може зупинитися назавжди. І як в один момент можна втратити все.
It's like in Fallout, war never changes. I wish I had more time. It would have been fun to play the original remastered version. I've never played the original game. Wargame, The Making of Stalker 2. Directed by Andrew Steffen. The Stalker 2 stuff at Gamescom was pretty awesome.
Нюбу правий, щось з кольорами. Типу кольорова гама, може самого монітору, треба дивитися.
Stalker 2 – найбільша гра, яку ми робили в історії компанії.
Мало хто може зрозуміти, що таке робити якийсь один продукт 5-6 років. Це невимовно тяжко.
She seems really intense, by the way. He seems really cool. She seems really intense.
Ці наші знають про такий краш на корівника?
Але є відповідальність, яку ми взяли перед співробітниками.
Сфоткою просто де це? Якщо ми вже за щось
Crush the bugs, we
ми
have
це
presentations.
робимо, ну, там, до кінця.
важливі речі легко не даються нікому.
2-hour wait, Jesus.
Це буде перший раз, коли ми
This
покажемо
guy.
гру гравцям.
I love everything he's talked about and shown.
We have a Hail Mary build. It's when you put all the fixes, all the improvements you want to put. You haven't had a chance
Oh, he's the CEO. I did not know that.
test it properly, and we have to find the bug and fix it.
And I'm nervous.
It's always nervous showing your game for the first time.
Давай ще раз пройдемося.
We should let him work.
There's always last minute shit that goes wrong.
Для нас поїхати на Gamescom – це сміливе вирішення. Типу, а якщо йому не сподобається? І ти про це думаєш, і тобі аж
Xbox has
подобається.
been producing some pretty good
We
documentaries
understand
around
this
this game, though, so
has
they're definitely all in.
expectations from million of players. Тому що у 2007 році перший Stalker, вона була супер успішною.
So far, so good.
Ми стоїмо на спинах легенд, які створили перший Stalker. І нам не вибачать, якщо ми зробимо його меншим, ніж великим.
Дуже пам'ятаю опенінг трейлер гри. Я не знаю, як висловити словами, але це було дуже емоційно.
Ця гра мала якийсь свій дух, свою душу. Ну, я такого реально ніде не бачив.
If you only knew where I've just been and what I saw.
Stalker was one of the most breakthrough anticipated title of that time. A small studio was able to instill their culture, their background, and what that country had gone through in a fiction world.
Straight from the heart of the Ukraine.
Oh my
here's
god, back in the
Stalker.
G4. Morgan Webb and I can't remember his name.
Це про шлях людини через цю Чорнобильську зону.
Це такий синтез класного шутера і радянської атмосфери, особливо там на Заході. Вона всіх цікавила.
Ігри
nasty.
жанру вони існували, але конкретно так, як це показав Stalker, його ніде не було.
I remember that I was looking into the swamps and they were dark and there were these damp sounds. Something was howling in the background and
That's good
I was
atmosphere.
just like, oh shit, I'm out there. And it was I think it is a very natural feeling for a rookie Stalker.
That's how I'm gonna be feeling in this
Тобто вона не
first
була
playthrough
була
because
наказанням.
I'm a baby when it comes to
І
jump scares.
Це от саме те, що людям сподобалось. Людина могла понуритися у цей світ і залишатися в ньому дуже довго.
Stalker не закінчувався, коли ти вставав від комп'ютера.
Свобода. Лідок.
Робили дуже багато різних локальних івентів для Stalker Fan Community.
Oh wow, so a lot like the Fallout community has their own little fans events and stuff. This is cool.
Він створив стиль життя.
They got their own cosplay events. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
Спочатку я думав, що це...
Will I be able to get through this game? Bogdan asks. It looks pretty terrifying. I'll have a hard time. I have no lie. It's gonna be rough.
Але коли я дізнався, що це проект український, що
gonna be
його
rough.
зробили в Києві, там в місті, де я був, для мене це було відкриттям.
Do I drink less coffee when there are more
Зразу
jump scares?
з'являється
Says
таке
Dreamwell.
прикинь,
No.
що, українці такі круті люди, і ти серед них,
Coffee
ти
is
теж
life.
можеш це робити.
Це та гра, за якою в тому числі українців почали вирізняти в світі. І на той час, будемо відверті, ще ніхто не відділяв Україну від СРСР.
Ми народились в Україні, і на той час вона була частиною Радянського Союзу. Там перші комп'ютери, на яких можна було хоч щось грати чи ігри, щось по типу 91-го року. Це був S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Такі консолі були у одиниць людей на всю країну. Вони були дуже дорогі. І мій батько, він вирішив ті гроші, які він збирав на автомобіль, витратити на купівлю першого комп'ютеру. Це було досить
And look where his son turned out.
моїй мамі, але він наголошував, що це інвестиція у майбутнє.
Yeah, his dad's like, this is an investment in the future.
GSC була заснована в Києві, в Україні, в 1995 році. Компанію заснував мій брат Сергій.
GSC – це його ініціали. Григорович Сергій Константинович. Це взагалі була мрія зробити щось визначне. Тим більше Україні...
I don't know anything about the history of the company either. This is really cool.
Мені було дуже цікаво розуміти, як розробляється контент. Ну, прийшов на фултайм роботу і розпочав працювати як QA. Мені тоді було 14 років.
14 years old working QA.
Дивився, як вони працюють. І так я дізнавався, як робити ігри.
Це були такі дуже творчі люди, які намагалися зробити щось дуже цікаве, щось дуже нове і щось дуже прогресивне.
І тому в нас досить багато приходить людей, які не працювали до цього в ігровій індустрії, але вони є кваліфікованими програмістами.
That's the key,
Я
qualified.
приєднався до GSC Game World в березні 2002 року. Тоді це був ще проект Oblivion Lost.
Stalker, в ньому була сюжетна конструкція інша. Це була не чорнобильська.
Oh, wow.
Це було десь Майя.
Там були ацтеки і майя, і от щось таке, і прибульці.
This is cool. So this is like iterations of how things change.
Сергій хотів додати дещо, що би прив'язувало це до України.
The accident, you may remember, happened on the 26th of April, 1986.
Which is where her hair came from.
Evacuated 50,000 people.
I'm being rude. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. But hey, my mom had that kind of hair too around 1990, 1991.
Ми з командою випадково поїхали на екскурсію в Чорнобильську зону.
This looks like a documentary from back then too.
Probably 1 kilometer away from the sarcophagus. That's incredible.
By the way, if you haven't watched Chernobyl on HBO, that was a killer show.
Побачив цей сеттинг і такий, вау, мабуть, хочеться зробити про цю гру. Випадковість, яка потім проростає в щось більше.
Це на той час було дуже контроверсійне рішення. І я знаю, що були коливання з цього приводу. Трагедія була дуже близькою ще в той час. Ця кров ще, так, вона була тепла. І це те, що тече у жилах людини.
Moscow does not like to admit mistakes, just bury them. Tonight it seems to be doing both. Moscow stunned the world by announcing an accident at one of its nuclear power plants. And the fact that it said it in public may be a tip-off to a lot of destruction, possibly death, for some of the 2.5 million people around Kiev.
Kiev is about 80 miles from the plant. Radio Budapest also noted that the plant is near the city's water supply, leading to speculation that the water has been contaminated.
Це трагедія неймовірних масштабів, яка не мала жодних обставин статись.
One of the big problems of the Russian reactors is that they do not have any containment around the reactors such as is required in the United States. So I think the Russians are reaping, unfortunately and tragically, the consequences of poor design.
Мій дідусь був ліквідатором. Він будував стіни підземні, щоб підземні води не потрапили далі, ті, які заражені радіацією. Він помер від раку.
Oh yeah, I'm sure many people died of cancer after that, yeah.
І
Я очікую, що дуже багато людей, ті, хто там народились, ті, хто там живуть, так чи інакше помруть від раку.
Люди розуміли, що вони загинуть, і вони все одно вирішили піти на це, щоб врятувати сотні тисяч людей, може більше.
Oh shit.
Це взагалі було у стилі Радянського Союзу жертвувати людьми, своїми громадянами. Вони не мали ніякого значення для часів Радянщини.
What about the people who live near that plant? Chances are, whatever they know, it's by word of mouth only.
There will be many rumors. And there will be so many rumors, so much different gossip, that will be very difficult to determine what has really happened.
Коли сталася Чорнобильська трагедія, моя мама була вагітна мною десь на половині строку. Моя мама тоді поїхала 300 кілометрів.
Yeah, imagine what you would have to do if you were, and in those times,
Ніхто не знав, як це буде.
not everyone had, you know, regular transportation.
Людей облучилися, тому що вони просто
Yeah, and
не
this,
знали, що
if you've watched the documentary, or not the documentary, but any documentaries, or if you watch the Chernobyl show on HBO, they talk about like how many people just didn't even know and then just like died horrible deaths because they lived in the countryside and didn't have a way of hearing the news.
Будь-що важливіше, ніж люди. Це просто неправильно.
До 86-го року Україна ще була десь ментально в Совєтах. Але після 86-го я вважаю, що цей рахунок цих днів...
God, so 1996 would have just been 10 years later.
З'являлася нова самостійна Україна.
Because if they formed the company in 2005, or excuse me, 1995, that's like 10 years after the event. Not even, like 9 years. And then they start working on a game, and they went on a tour of it. That was still, you know, let's say 15 years after. That's crazy.
The chance to set off on their own is a dream come true. A chance finally to cast off 300 years of Russian rule.
Political affirmation of independence is only the first step in a long process of disentanglement from 7 decades of Soviet centralized planning. Only when that process is completed will Ukrainians be masters of their own destiny.
So it speaks a lot to the identity of their game studio in terms of what they have gone through in the country where they're from. Tim Horn says, start the UC Vanguard mission, any events, Vice, and hunting the Terramorph.
Початку 2000-х років
Bring a lot of ammo.
закрита. Ніхто не розумів, крім самих працівників Чорнобильської зони, що там відбувається, які реальні наслідки аварії.
If it's the mission where you got to set up the turrets before you fight it, make sure you set up the turrets before you fight it, because they will help you.
Всесвіт, який назавжди закоркувався в часі.
Це безлюдна зона, там покинуті речі, покинуті домівки.
I haven't played the Metro series.
Там інколи можна почути від людей різні історії про якісь експерименти, про якихось мутантів.
Те, що там створилося. Це дуже красиво і надзвичайно якось так виглядає привабливо, незрозуміло. Але за цим стоїть якась така страшна тайна, якийсь морок. Але заходити туди небезпечно і пізнавати це. І якщо ти можеш це перебороти, ти можеш стати сталкером.
Сталкери в реальному житті – це люди, які ходять до Чорнобильської зони нелегально. Похід в зону відчуження – це як в стратегіях все, що ти міг дізнатися, це карта. Є твій рюкзак і те, що в ньому на даний момент часу.
І радіометр.
ти повністю відповідальний за себе і за своє життя.
И мы снова с Игорем отправляемся в зону.
Дуже емоційний момент, коли вперше побачили колючий дріт. Серце б'ється, але ти вже так близько, що ти вже не можеш звернути назад.
То может перелезем ее нахрен? По дереву можно.
І перше, що ти бачиш, це просто дуже густий ліс. Ми зустріли ціле стадо десь 20 осіб кабанів. Це була перша моя зустріч з дикими тваринами.
Ми можемо літералі побачити, що реально робить природа. Старий будинок, у якому колись жили люди, були щасливі, ростили дітей. А зараз там, не знаю, на 5-му поверсі з підлоги
That's cool.
росте
Yeah.
невимовно красиве
Nature
дерево.
goes quick,
Просто
man.
посередині кімнати.
Yeah, I would have been 6 when this happened. If that was 86, yeah, I would have been 6.
Коли ви входите в зону, ви будете свого внутрішнього дослідника.
Вони намагаються дослідити атмосферу зони. Вони намагаються дослідити інколи те, що є заборонено.
Перебуваючи у Чорнобильській зоні, дуже легко повірити в щось містичне. Будь-яка історія, яка має на меті захопити людську уяву, вона має базуватися на чомусь реальному.
What the hell is that? That's cool looking, man.
Оце ставлення, що це дуже небезпечно і дуже дивно.
Хорошо сохранившаяся церковь.
What's up, Babylonia?
Він такий дуже атмосферний. Там всі також чекали якогось дива.
Звичайно, що є і радіаційна небезпека. Ти ходиш і тицяєш лічильником Гейгера у кожну калюжу, кожний люк, а раптом він радіоактивний.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere where there's radioactivity, man.
Вона просто застигла в цьому жаху. І ця територія як пам'ятник тому, чого не має відбуватися на цій планеті.
Той час залишився у 86-му році. І це дуже, з одної сторони, трагедія, а з другої сторони, це велика вдача, що ми маємо такий
That's one way to look at it, yeah.
музей часу, я б назвав цього.
A museum of time, for sure. How not to, you know, what not to do.
А також чув розповідь від моїх братів, які туди їздили нелегально.
Yeah, because you never went yourself,
Вони
huh?
знайшли місцеву лодку і пропливли там по річці. Заночувати десь на другому поверху, щоб тебе не зловили, там не побачили.
Але тим не менше, не тільки авантюризм рухає ними, а й ця жага познати щось невідоме.
Я вважаю, що кожен член команди, принаймні, бодай один раз, має побувати в зоні відчуження. Ти маєш відчути матеріал, над яким ти працюєш.
2004.
Багато разів їздила до Чорнобильської зони відчуження.
This is 20 years ago.
Збирали референси, збирали відчуття, котрі ти відчуваєш в такій безлюдній території.
І гра Stalker розкриває атмосферу всієї території, всієї зони відчуження.
But still only like
Вона
what,
передає
16 years after the event they went? That's still not that long of a time. Not that long of a time period.
Защитники монолита, в бой! Отомстим за павших братьев наших!
Одним з антагоністів оригінальної гри є таке зване угруповання «Моноліт». Це, як на мене, це одна з таких алюзій на тотальний контроль, що ми переживали під час радянської окупації.
якраз через Stalker гравці з усього світу змогли познайомитися з цим загадковим пострадянським світом, який для них був досить довго закритий.
Для людей Західної Європи і США, всього світу це щось нове.
І саме через це людям він так полюбився і запам'ятався на роки.
Якщо гра впливає на світогляд, то це вже не гра.
There is a trilogy of like the remastered original 3 games. I saw it on the Xbox the other day, and I almost picked it up, and I was like, I don't have time to play it. I'm just gonna wait. If I like the second one enough, I might go back and play the first one. Because there is a remastered
What comes
edition.
with a very engaged and very demanding community is they always want more from you. You have people that for years have been wanting the sequel. The anticipation level was stratospherical.
Я був в зоні відчуження, і якраз на даху 16-поверхівки я вийшов в Фейсбук, я побачив, що анонсували другий Stalker. Це для мене було дуже емоційно, і вже тоді був сайт Stalker 2, це була чиста заглушка, де був логотип Stalker 2 і електронна пошта.
Пишу ком'юніті-менеджерам, де мене надихнув Stalker, коли я був дитиною. Я концепт-художник, ось моє там портфоліо, я готовий з вами працювати.
Не дуже горів бажанням тоді змінювати роботу, але я подумав, що, це ж Stalker, це проєкт мого дитинства, який мене спрямував так по життю.
Мій брат Сергій пішов з компанії в 2011 році. В якийсь момент я зайняв позицію CEO.
That's pretty badass, starting as QA, and then working his way up to CEO. So he put in his time, even though that's his brother was the one who was the founder.
Ми створили таку команду, котра була дуже сильна, дуже досвідчена.
Я попала в індустрію тільки тому,
And they're married.
що
That's awesome.
мені потрібен був продюсер і кризис-менеджер.
That's badass.
Він попросив мене заїхати буквально на 2-3 дні і допомогти.
I had no idea that they were a husband and wife team. That's fucking wicked.
І сама команда створена,
So very much a
підібрана
family-founded,
з добрих і
family
гарних людей.
run company. Okay. I don't know anything about these guys. This is a truly eye-opening documentary for me. This is awesome. Employees are like family members. That's really cool. Yeah, John Stevens, this is really sweet.
І я вперше бачу людей настільки пасіонарних. Це люди, які живуть цим, які цим горять. І це дуже сильно надихає.
Один з найзахопливіших елементів гри S.T.A.L.K.E.R – це величезний відкритий світ.
This is something I don't understand, but it was explained to me when I was watching the trailers and stuff, was like the throwing of the bolts and things, and it's like to uncover the
Свободу грати,
voids.
як ти хочеш, вибирати, ким ти хочеш бути. І про цю свободу, мені здається, наша гра.
Для мене це прагнення до незалежності, прагнення до волі є однією з тих рис, яке дуже сильно вирізняє нас як націю.
Це дуже великий проєкт. Для мене і для команди надзвичайно важливо показати, що ми, українська компанія, робимо якісному рівні.
Давай музику з кіберпанка.
Give me some cyberpunk music.
Doing this game together really as a single team. This is our main strength, and this is why the
By the
game
way,
will be.
how many times do you see the CEO of the company also being like the lead, like a lead programmer, and actually being there at, Larian did it, but not that many CEOs get out there and are like representing their game everywhere. That's pretty impressive. So got to give them credit for that too. A lot of CEOs like to hide in the office and send a marketing team out and I mean, even Obsidian, you don't see what is his name? Fergus? You hardly ever see him out in the public. It's always other team members, like creative directors for the individual games.
Але наші вороги живуть, марять ідеєю повидобути якийсь кадавр з Радянського Союзу. І це не ті люди, які просто так полишають свої цілі, коли вони вже взялися за них. Тому я був абсолютно певний, що вторгнення буде.
So on top of that, they're making this game, they're getting it ready for release, and then the whole craziness in Ukraine happens. I can't even imagine what these guys have gone through just from all you want to do is build games. You don't want to be involved in politics and war and all the other shit, and whether you like it or not, you're getting drug into the middle of it. Just sucks.
Найбільше нервувати я стала восени 21-го року, коли російські війська типу на навчаннях були під українськими кордонами у різних місцях.
And yet, the authorities have been playing down the current threat, saying the Russians do not currently have enough forces in place for a full-scale invasion.
If you looked at social media in Ukraine yesterday, all the talk was not about invasion, but actually their contender for the new Eurovision Song Contest.
Exactly. You just want to make games, man.
Не те, щоб надто сильно. Тому що Росія часто проводила тренування кожен рік. І те, що вони бряцали зброєю, це було не нове.
Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov said his country had no plans to attack Ukraine.
Все гучніше, так звані рупори Москви починали говорити, та нічого не буде. За всю історію ми звикли, що якщо росіяни кажуть, що нічого не буде, то треба хвилюватися. Я нервувала ще більше.
That's a cool outfit. That's a cool costume.
Я почала пропонувати розглядати наші наступні кроки, що ми маємо робити. Я на той момент вже дуже довіряв її чуттю.
І це була наша мрія – робити компанію так, де люди на першому місці. І ми почали обдумувати, який взагалі може бути план, як спасати людей.
Я дуже люблю грати в стратегічні ігри, тому що там завжди треба мати багато різних стратегій та планів. Як ми переїжджаємо, як ми будуємо маршрут, де може бути затори, де може бути небезпечно. Хоча б евакуювати із Києва до точно безпечної зони біля кордону.
Як я собі думала, якщо Путін не хоче війни з НАТО, який діє так, що не може бути ніяких ракет 50 кілометрів до кордону країни НАТО. Ужгород знаходиться у 50 кілометрів від кордону НАТО.
Time to move shop for a little bit.
Спочатку план був такий, що якщо вже сталося повномасштабне вторгнення, люди сідають до автобусів, і ми їх веземо до Ужгорода. Ми замовили ще у січні автобуси, які стояли 24/7 під офісом.
Man, how many? Can you imagine being in this position?
Завжди спальним.
They rented charter buses with full tanks of gas to, in the case of an invasion, to get their team out. And
Як водій добереться до нас?
can you imagine some of these snowflake developers in like the U.S. who are like,
не хотіли людей лякати.
oh, I'm having to work crunch. Oh, crunch hours.
Собі і думали, може я правда не сповна розуму.
These people are literally building games in the middle of a war zone.
Maria and
Prepping,
Eugene has set this plan for a potential evacuation of the studio.
preparing to evacuate.
Я був дуже здивований, що дійсно є такі плани. Не тому, що вони погані, а тому, що вони офігенні.
A lot of companies use the pitch that we're all family, but I have never seen a company go to such length to validate that statement.
Тобто я зрозумів, що
Well,
компанія
kudos to
думає
them. That's
наперед, і
badass.
це дійсно викликало велику
Oh yeah,
повагу.
that they just earned
Але
my
одразу,
respect.
як тільки я дізнався про цей план, я знав, що я не буду виїжджати. Я маю захищати цю країну.
I decided to stay because I knew that I will be needed here. Я була медичною волонтеркою, і потім, коли почалося вторгнення в Крим, волонтерити мене мотивувало буквально те, що у мене вже була дитина. І я розуміла, що від мене в тому числі залежить те, в якому світі їй жити.
Я такий, ні, я лишусь. Ну, якщо всі вийдуть, то що лишиться тут?
Mm-hmm.
Їхати був не варіант. Я б собі не вибачив.
Oh my god, this is
буду
amazing.
відвертим, мені, як і більшості людей, не вірилось, у 2022 році може почати щось настільки масштабне, настільки серйозне і настільки просто жахливе.
Я їх розумів, тому що я не до кінця вірив сам.
Яка війна повноцінна в 21 столітті. Це абсолютно сюрреалістичні речі.
А мені хотілося кричати: люди, будь ласка, спасайтеся. Ми єдине, що вас просимо, посидіть хоча б у Ужгороді.
Навіть якщо нічого не трапиться, це буде просто тріп для студії, відпочинемо в горах, там дуже красиво.
Для багатьох людей з команди, що вони
Yeah, they
хочуть
just want to work on games.
продовжувати цей проєкт. Далі його розвивати. Їм було неважливо, це буде в Ужгороді, чи це буде в будь-якому іншому місці.
І це все, що здавалося як чимось нереальним. Але у той же час я зібрав речей приблизно на тиждень.
Мені здається, люди просто хотіли і до останнього вірили в найкраще.
Коли від рішень залежить доля багатьох людей, і ти не впевнений, що ці рішення вірні, то це дуже лячно. Але я дійсно не розумію, як можна щось робити інакше.
That's impressive. So about half, a little more than half the company was willing to go. The other half said, we'll stay here.
Пам'ятаю, о 6 ранку нам написали, сказали, що цей день настав. Збираємося всі в офісі. Ми сьогодні виїжджаємо на захід країни.
Нам повідомили, що автобуси будуть чекати на нас за кілька годин, що ще нічого не трапилось. Але про всяк випадок, зайшовши в офіс, було дуже чітко відчувалася напруга.
До цього були стільки розмови, що раптом що, а зараз це вже серйозний діалог. Сказали, збирайте документи, речі першої необхідності.
Get your stuff, your travel documents, your workstation. Let's go.
Прошу беріть ваших близьких, прошу беріть ваших дітей і просто їдьте.
Я взяв дружину, дитину, ми спакували сумки. Я взяв свій Xbox, і дружина питала, а навіщо ти вибираєш?
My wife's like, why?
Я сказав, що, можливо, ми не повернемось. І ця фраза якраз таки була досить значущою в той момент.
Коли ми зібрали речі в своїй квартирі, і я побачив Цирі, це наша кішка. І
і просто, не знаю, обійняв її і сказав: Цирі, ми тебе зараз відвеземо в будинок до моїх батьків. Цей момент для мене був насправді самим складним, коли я розумію, що мені треба...
Chris and I have had this conversation too, like what would we do? And it's like, I don't know, but I couldn't leave my cats behind. I would find a way.
Якщо ти
Sorry, they're
задумаєшся,
family.
то ти вже цього не зробиш.
I've seen enough post-apocalyptic movies and TV series. Somebody's got a jeep somewhere I can take over.
Не розраховували, що це затягнеться надовго.
I might have to do some questionably moral things to get that jeep, but post-apocalyptic times, you do what's necessary.
Тому наскільки правильно, наскільки доцільно, наскільки це необхідно.
This is truly... I can't imagine being in these people's footsteps.
Частина людей поїхала автобусами. Частина на своїх машинах.
And the fact that the company was willing to foot the bill for all of this, like...
Нам просто сказали: ось координати, їдьте туди.
Це найбільша країна Європи. Транспорт з Києва до Ужгороду займав багато годин. Там гори, дорога дуже складна.
Yeah, I remember going through the mountains in Colombia on a bus, and that was pretty gnarly.
Це все було дуже довго тягнулося.
And that was not, like, in the middle of a wartime situation.
Посеред ночі приїхали до Ужгороду, вийшли в готель і просто хотіли поїсти банош, бограч. Це українські страви, які притаманні тій території. Тож багато людей вирішили прогулятись по ресторанам, пити багато алкоголю і просто відпочивати.
Ми почали гуляти по місту. Просто насолоджуватись містом. У той момент я не відчував певного страху.
Атмосфера була хоч і тривожна, але позитивна.
Ми одразу домовились, що для того, щоб не проживати цю всю ситуацію як стрес, ми сподівалися, що це буде тиждень такої, так би мовити, відпустки.
Але я ходив і попереджав: будь ласка, будьте стримані. Можливо таке, що нам доведеться дуже швидко звідси виїжджати.
This is the next day.
Уважаемые граждане России, дорогие друзья, тема моего выступления – события на Украине. И то, почему это так важно для нас, для России.
Один з дуже страшних для мене днів – це була промова Путіна.
Конечно, мое обращение адресовано и нашим соотечественникам на Украине.
I stayed in Kiev with my mother and my daughter. My friend in Moscow, he called me in the middle of the night. He worked in television and he saw Putin's speech before it was aired.
Современная Украина целиком и полностью была создана Россией.
And he said that, Dasha, you have to run. It's war.
Здавалося, що після його промови через 5 хвилин підуть ракети.
Россия имеет полное право принимать ответные меры обеспечения собственной безопасности. Именно так и будем поступать.
Почалася війна, я сказав, що таке було відчуття, що плин історії згущується довкола тебе.
You know, the crazy thing about all of this is like the average ordinary person has no desire to be involved in war. And like one of the things I like about where we live is where our homestead is at. It's like we're not at war with this country's not at war with anybody. It's a pacifist country if you think about it that way. And so that could always change, but
has a car, and she took them to the border. I was waving to the car, and so my daughter was pressing her cheek to the rear window, and she was crying, and I was crying. And then I just went to the overnight coffee shop and bought a big, nice latte with foam, with whipped cream, and with all bells and whistles, because I knew that it's the last one. And for quite a time, it was the last one.
I would probably go get a hamburger on the way out.
Лютого я отримав повідомлення, що ви можете завтра зранку приїхати забрати документи на дитину. В нас був план виїхати з країни 24 лютого. Але все пішло не так, як планувалося.
Yeah. You guys, I don't think any of us can imagine what it's like to go through this. All you want to do is build video games for people to have fun in, and this shit happens. Like, I'm telling you, that's why anytime I hear somebody crying about crunch, and I just don't buy it.
Я ще бачу дуже багато снів.
If you love your job, crunch ain't nothing compared to this.
Мені снилося, що на мене впала, чи просто впала металева конструкція, башня, не знаю.
I am making light of, you know, there are companies who abuse crunch for sure. I am being overly dramatic for the purposes of
Проснулася від звуку в сні.
Entertainment.
Перша сирена, вона просто по всіх жилах пройшлася.
Мій друг мене набрав, розбудив мене і сказав, почалося. І буквально через 30 секунд по моєму кварталу був приліт.
Я прокинувся від вибухів. Це були перші прильоти по нашим аеропортам та нашій енергосистемі.
Take out communications and transportation.
дуже багато людей панікувало. У дуже багатьох людей були панічні атаки.
Я пам'ятаю першу тривогу, яку ми почули в Києві. Це було доволі моторошно. Найбільша моторошність, вона була через моторошність розуміння, що від цього звуку там буде залежати твоє життя.
I think it also adds a lot to the cultural aspect of the game that no other developer would be able to add.
Підсвідомо ми вже всі були готові померти.
Denzel Washington was talking about this about
Всі лякалися.
when it comes to directors for films, he's like,
Ми усі спускалися увесь дом.
all directors are going to be able to adequately make a film, but certain directors are the right directors for the job because they are culturally there. He was using the idea of a hot comb on the back of your neck. You know, I'll never know that because I don't understand that cultural significance. But he would, given his upbringing. And so this makes sense, you know, of the things that they're putting into Stalker 2 are things that they have lived through individually, culturally.
In daylight, the damage is clear to an apartment block where the debris fell. Safety now means going underground, metro stations becoming bomb shelters.
Lived experience rings the soul just a little bit, yeah.
Я кажу чоловіку, що ми не можемо тут залишатися. Вирішили поїхати на захід країни. Виїхали від під'їзду, ми від'їхали, ну, прямо, правда, 30 метрів. Ми стали в пробку, яка довжиною, напевно, метрів...
Just like in the movies, traffic jams, man. Ain't nobody getting out.
Без перебільшення, за 40 хвилин, там, за годину, ми проїхали 3 метри. Ми просто вирішили, що це не має ніякого сенсу.
I think it's Last of Us 1, when you're trying to get out of town, and you've got the daughter in the vehicle, and they're hitting the traffic jams, and they're just going all over town with all the zombie attacks happening and everything else. Like, that is such a visceral opening sequence to a game. And what it would be like in a moment of panic like that.
З усіх боків.
Тому що наступ почався не тільки на лівобережній стороні України, а й на правобережній зі сторони Чорнобильську атомну електростанцію.
Происходит прямо сейчас на моих глазах.
Russia appeared to be targeting essential infrastructure. Helicopter gunships hovering above a power plant. Other power stations were targeted as well.
Єдине, що ти робиш, це ти включаєш всі новини, які ти можеш. По BBC тобі кажуть, що твоїй країні залишилося 24 години.
Чуття, що небезпечно всюди. Я дивився відео з стрільбою, яка велась буквально в 100 метрах від дому, де ми жили з дитиною.
Це був якийсь, не знаю, найстрашніший момент за все життя. І вирішили, що єдине небезпечне місце – це вже за кордонами України.
Не було часу, щоб розмірковувати про це, щоб це переживати. Треба було займатися евакуацією, розміщенням людей в Угорщині.
Ми організували автобус і відправили їх пересікати кордон.
В сльозах. Вийшли з готельного номера в лобі. Час був обмежений.
До такого підготуватись дуже складно. От в плані морально хочеться плакати від того, що ти покидаєш свою країну, і ти не знаєш, наскільки це.
Я бачила, як наш колега сів з нами в автобус. І потім за 30 секунд до відправки автобуса він взяв свій рюкзак і вийшов.
He couldn't do it, yeah. Family,
Тоді я
everything else.
задавався питанням, а чи правильно я роблю? Моя мама відмовляється кудись їхати. А я відчуваю себе зрадником.
Я відчував невимовну провину. Провину за те, що я виїхав і залишив своїх близьких.
That's an interesting perspective.
Я намагався зрозуміти, а чим я кращий за інших, чому я маю право бути у безпеці, а чому такого права не мають інші.
Returning to Ukraine now, and the east of the country where fighting is intensifying. Its armed forces are increasing their efforts to train volunteers to reinforce
I am genuinely surprised. Xbox went all in with this documentary for the making of Stalker 2. Like, this is an emotionally impactful. It's not just, you know, a lot of the times when you watch a game documentary,
Ніколи не міг уявити, що в 21 столітті в центрі Європи може статися повномасштабна війна.
it's mostly just, you know, here's our mocap team and our voice actors, and look at our music team and the art assets. And this is like, oh no, we're going to show you way more than the fact that we build games together. We're also showing you the fact that we lived through literal hell to make this game, and we have been shaped by events of modern history.
Volunteers queue for hours to sign up to fight for their country. Men and women of all ages and from all walks of life crowd in the recruitment building.
Почала обдзвонювати своїх військових друзів, і я знову почала робити те, що вмію. Добувати рідкісну техніку, там оптику, рації.
Я пішла записуватися в тероборону в Броварах. Я підійшла до цього центру, там було дуже багато чоловіків.
Бачили просто величезну кількість людей, яка йшла в цей рекрутинговий центр. Це було тисячі людей. Вони були готові воювати.
Tonight, there is overwhelming support for the men and women being asked to save their country. But there's also a deep fear the effort will not be enough.
На момент, коли я приєднався до Збройних сил, Київ ще перебував на межі оточення. За скількох напрямків?
Скажу напряму. Тобто всі, хто туди прийшов, не думали, що це... Насправді можу сказати від себе, що з людьми, з якими я там спілкувався, ніхто не думав, що ми проживемо більше 2-3 днів.
Перше враження, мабуть, було, що я роблю? Я ж взагалі нічого не розумію. На що поперся до тої армії?
І, чесно кажучи, я навіть злий на себе за те, що я надзвичайно непідготовлений пішов. В мене був рюкзачок Stalker, джинси, куртка зимова, от я так і пішов.
Можна? Ми просто чекали. Чекали, коли ми отримаємо зброю, чекали, коли нам видадуть якісь розпорядження. Чекали смерті від ракети.
These queues have been sitting here for hours, and if I can describe it to you, it is quite simply chaos around here right now. This is a scene that is being repeated across the multiple borders of Ukraine. We're seeing it in Romania, in Hungary.
На кордоні були величезні черги. Ну, там, не знаю, сотень тисяч машин. З 5 ранку до 6 вечора кордони все ще були відкриті. Автобус, який був перед нашим автобусом, ще проїхав кордон у Європу. Наш вже ні, вже закрився кордон одразу перед нашим автобусом. Нас на тому кордоні було десь 40-45 осіб, включаючи дітей, стареньких.
I remember doing an overnighter once on a
Ми
bus
знайшли,
crossing from
де можна перейти пішки.
Bulgaria into
На
Greece.
відкритому повітрі. Там були тисячі людей. В Україні у лютому дуже холодно.
We had to wait at the
Звісно, було
border.
жахливо. Там поле, там вітри. Це обдуває з
There was
усіх
somebody on the
сторін.
bus who was the mom was traveling with the daughter. The daughter was 16. The daughter and mother were separated but not divorced, and the daughter didn't have a signature from the dad that she could leave the country. And so we had to wait for the dad to sign a document and to get it all stamped and approved from the city and bring it to the border. And this was like 2000.
Але після цього сам перетин
I don't really remember. 2008?
там, 12 годин.
2009?
І там поле, там вітри. Я думаю, що я так не замерзала ніколи у своєму житті ever.
Yeah, I can't imagine freezing your toes off like this. I got a lot of respect for her. Like, as a human being, she sounds like a badass.
26-го я палила у себе на балконі.
Not she sounds like, she is a badass, guys. Like, anybody who puts the humans at the company, like, she's putting the human beings of the company above all
Спочатку не
else.
розумієш, що це. Ти тільки цук-цук-цук-цук-цук. Потім ти розумієш, що це металевий дощ. Ну, зі снарядів.
When there were first reports of civilian casualties, like mass civilian casualties, only then I probably understood that it is worse than I thought. Everybody was so shocked. We didn't want to eat, we didn't want to drink, nothing. We didn't want to do anything, just read the news and wait.
Yeah, I mean,
A drone's eye view of a city in agony.
fuck me.
Mariupol burning. Apartment blocks in ruins after 2 weeks of unrelenting Russian bombardments.
War never changes.
Моя мама і мій дідусь, вони застрягли в Маріуполі. Маріуполь вже оточили. І, тобто, місто, воно, це стався повний блекаут. На 4-й день я повністю втратив зв'язок з рідними. Зі своїми рідними я не міг робити нічого, крім пошуку інформації, звісно, в інтернеті. Якісь фото, якісь відео людям вдавалося відправити. Я побачив там вікна своєї квартири, і він був весь в
Welcome to the channel, guys.
Абсолютно, як половина вже обгоріла. І на наступний день я побачив російський сюжет від російських воєнних кореспондентів. Там, де чуваки з ракетницями штурмують багатоповерховий дім мого дідуся.
Damn. Yeah, John, it's craziness. Davis says, I think Xbox just got a special place in my heart after airing this. Yeah, kudos to Xbox for being willing to put this together.
От просто це було повна руїна того відчуття, що ти контролюєш своє життя. Я втратив надію, що вони ще живі, і я дуже ненавидів себе через те, що я тоді не вмовив їх поїхати.
So this is March. They've got half the team in Hungary.
Їхати з України ніколи. Більшість наших співробітників, ми не хотіли їхати з України. Завжди могли, не хотіли.
Maria,
Україна
this woman is a badass. Just saying. Like,
Перші дні після того, як ми тільки перетнули кордон,
putting the people ahead of the
ми
game.
просто, щоб не зійти з розуму, в Будапешті ще ходили в український центр і просто проводили там дні.
Був просто дуже великий страх і незнання того, що буде далі. Зовсім.
У нас були великі розмови, коли ми взагалі вирішували, якщо війна, якщо це не 2 тижні, не місяць, а може це роки, що ми будемо тоді робити?
У нас майже немає техніки, у нас втрачені наші capabilities по фотограметрії, motion capture, аудіостудії.
Yeah, I mean, your studio is back in Kiev.
Працювати – це один з найважливіших моментів, щоб не зійти з розуму. Нам дуже всім хотілося працювати над грою.
Війна – це дуже реально.
War is a very real and fearsome beast. Holy shit, I need to write that down. Where's my notebook?
Ми не можемо продовжувати проект.
It was difficult to even imagine for me that I will return to game design, because how can I do these things when people are dying?
Просто куска дома нету.
Дійсно, частина людей в Україні вважала, що 2-3 дні України не буде. Хоча б як мінімум Київ впаде.
Околиці Києва горіли, нас щодня обстрілювали.
Але вони недооцінюють волю в свободі, і вони недооцінюють лють.
At first, we were scared, really scared. But now we are ready to fight. And fight like hell.
Round the back of the center, residents got together to make Molotov cocktails. Their efforts are approved by the Ministry of Defense.
Держава, народ, суспільство, настрої, все було готове до того, щоб дати відсіч.
It's time for target practice. A battalion of volunteers.
Що об'єднує те, що ми перебуваємо тут, бо ми захищаємо свої домівки, свою країну.
I'm watching this and I'm wondering, because I know people, I wonder how much kickback there's going to be from people regarding this documentary who are going to breathe, they're just going to be seething about the politics or the war or whatever the case may be, and they're going to make it about, yeah, this is supposed to be a documentary about the company behind the game and what they went through to make their game. This is a really cool documentary, but a lot of people out there are going to turn this into something different. That's unfortunate.
Це не останній день, коли ти живеш на цій землі.
I've seen some stupid commentary already on Twitter/X around this game about people who are Russia this, Russia that, and Ukraine this, Ukraine that, and it's like, nope, we're not going to get involved in that. Just looking at the video game and what it took to make it, and
Зв'язку було повністю нуль.
What the people had to go through to bring this to us.
2 тижні.
2 weeks of no internet.
Сиділи в
John Stevens just became a member over on YouTube. Thanks for the support, John. Appreciate it.
Та у мене було відчуття, що мене кинули. Але це як Stalker.
I mean, they're literally living what they are putting into the game. Living in bunkers. Living with bandages and backpacks. No internet for weeks on end. I mean, what a way to channel your creativity, though, too.
І от у мене є ціль в житті, от зробити цей проект.
So, yeah, Dreamwilder says over on Twitch, would designing a game like Stalker, which is not exactly the light material, would it be cathartic or like obsessing on the death that's already happened to your friends? I don't know, yeah. Oh, he got a message from his mom. Fuck yeah.
Слава Богу, вони живі. Але це був найкращий день мого, мабуть, того життя.
Oh, dude.
Бо це був...
You had me kind of crying earlier, and now I'm definitely getting a little weepy-eyed. That's a... Poor guy. You had to wait days and days and days thinking your mom and your grandpa are dead, and then you get a message that we're alive. Wow. Man, if I didn't want to play this game before, I really want to play this game now. Just to see what is in the game from their visceral lived experiences. How that's going to come through into the gameplay experience. Yeah, Divis, it's very rare for a big company to take a stance, so I'm very intrigued by Xbox, and I'm proud of them for doing this. This is the second or third documentary they've done around the creation of this game.
Ми знайшли офіс на Чеської Республіки. Дядько нашого співробітника знає людей, які керують цим офісом у Празі. Про Чеську Республіку ми не знали нічого взагалі. І нам треба було з нуля це якось організувати.
No internet. Shit.
На початку ми зіткнулися з величезною проблемою повного перекасту для акторів. Частина акторів пішла на війну, частина змінили місце свого проживання чи не виходили на зв'язок.
Yeah, you have to redo stuff from scratch now.
Повний перекаст акторів у Празі був єдиний шлях для нас.
From the top, action. Listen, the zone has remained stable for years.
And that was only half of the problem because we didn't have a motion capture studio at the time.
Ми повинні були побудувати motion capture студію звукозапису абсолютно з нуля. Будь-який з нас відчував тому такої сили, коли здається, що ти більше не можеш встати з ліжка взагалі.
Маша з Женєю просто, не знаю, перевертають гори. А ти бачиш, як їм важко.
Але потім ти збираєшся і йдеш лупати цю скелю, працювати далі. Це тяжко? Ну, тяжко. Така робота.
Кто спрашивает, почему игра не выходит?
Somebody's asking why the game's late. Jesus. Meanwhile, back in Kiev.
Робочий день починається з тривоги.
Тут, напевно, важливо зазначити про підтримку, в принципі, в Україні людей, яких лишилися.
Коли в нас були відключення світла, компанія влаштовувала місця для працівників, щоб вони могли використовувати електрику.
Місця, де можна було зігрітися, було якесь світло і можна було поспати, якщо вдома холодно. Якщо ти кажеш, що на першому місці у твоїй компанії люди, то ти підтримуєш людей.
Even while I'm still serving in the military, they were generous enough to keep me on my payroll.
Holy shit, guys. These guys are like becoming, just based on this documentary, they're becoming like my favorite game developer of all time.
Звісно,
Holy
це
crap.
невимовно тяжко з фінансової точки зору. Але Можу сказати, що є якісь важливі речі, які важливіші, ніж гроші.
Just for, being real people.
І ми зайняли як компанія дуже принципову позицію по відношенню до Росії.
Ми вирішили, що відміняємо всі продажі на території Росії. І ми вирішили відмовитися від російського озвучування і видалили ті матеріали, котрі вже записали. Це викликало дуже багато агресії з сторони російських гравців.
До війни повномасштабної у нас дуже багато було звідти прихильників. Але в цілому варто зазначити, що російська мова, в принципі, російська культура мала дуже значний вплив на наше суспільство.
I can't imagine what Ukraine went through. I did spend a lot of time in Bulgaria, and I know that there was a lot of just depended on the generation, because they were also a Soviet country until what, 1990.
Локальні культури всіх народів, які оточували Росію.
Українці мали дуже довгу історію боротьбу
And if
з
you've never lived that,
росіянами,
it's really hard to
їхнім
understand.
впливом на нас, нашу культуру, на нашу мову, на нас самих. Українською говорити, розділяти нас і їх. І це для нас стало важливим.
The decision to not support the Russian market is the right decision, but comes with consequences.
There are consequences, yeah.
Немає дня, коли вони не намагаються зламати цю компанію.
Hackers always trying to break in, yep.
Вони виклали
That's a cool shot.
величезну кількість наших матеріалів.
Це була агресивна зламати, щоб знищити. Ти змогу знищити нашу компанію.
Ненормально – це коли персональні дані, включні з паспортними даними, вони викладали в інтернеті. Це ненормально, коли вони фотографію мого будинку з призивом «От сюди ракети, щоб вони здохли».
God, man.
Це ненормально.
It's not acceptable. By the way, this is one of the reasons why I rarely, people know generally where I live, but I'm never going to go out there and tell people where I live. And if that information ever gets stalked, there are crazy people on the internet that, like you said, they'll mark your house and put a call out to drop missiles on your home because you did something that they didn't like. There are some really creepy people out there in the gaming world. As bad as the trolls are on my YouTube comment section and on TikTok and stuff, it's nothing compared to the trolls that are actually out there who will do diabolical things to you if they find out where you live. People getting swatted, people getting shot at while they're streaming. It's crazy.
Вже через 2 місяці у нас планується наша участь на івенті Gamescom 2023, де вперше наші фанати, вони зможуть спробувати Stalker.
Well, everything I saw at 2024 Gamescom looks awesome.
Інші відділи можуть не встигати. Може там десь налаштований процес. Може ще якісь технічні проблеми.
Але ми переносили реліз вже декілька разів. Це як у кішок. Якщо у них 9 життів, то це наше 9.
We've already burned up a few. We got to get this thing out the door.
Це останній шанс, який у нас є.
Gamescom 2023. So this is last year. GSC debuts the first public demo of Stalker 2 due to high demand. The wait time to play was capped at 5 hours. Holy crap! Can you imagine the feeling that these guys must have felt at that moment, though, to know that there's that many people waiting to play your game?
Stalker fans have long
That's pretty
awaited
awesome.
a new entry into the Stalker franchise, but their patience is finally paying off. franchise has a very die-hard core of fans that expect a lot from this game, and I think they won't be disappointed.
Well, I don't have all the cultural awareness that people from Ukraine might have when they play this game, but it looks amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
It was nice, it was intense, it was visceral.
And hopefully I will be able to understand even more
My first reaction
after
was like,
playing through
oh wow,
this.
it's really familiar. My doubts about the game just disappeared because it really feels like a Stalker game.
They struck gold with how the game plays, how the game looks, how the game feels. I really had fun.
I'm so happy that this game prevailed the war, and I'm sure Ukraine will prevail as well.
God, I want to give that guy a hug too. Him and his wife, they both deserve hugs and mad props for going through what they've gone through to
Будь-який
get this out the door.
хоче, щоб його гравець отримав задоволення. І вже маленька частина сатисфакції, типу, може, дійсно я щось зробив. Ок.
Для нас найважливіше це розважити людей. Це надихало. Вся команда була в захваті від такої реакції.
November 20th is the release date, Dreamwilder. It's going to be a Game Pass Day 1 title, so I'll be playing this on the Xbox Series X.
I sure did. The gameplay still seems a little bit early, like they definitely have a lot of polish to do.
Зайшов в один паблік, захопив любов'ю. Зайшов в інший, поїв ненависті.
All the characters you interacted with, it just felt like placeholder stuff. Maybe it was, actually.
Probably could be.
There's a lot of promise there, but it's still a lot of work to do, so I'm curious how they're going to pull this off.
Rabid dogs terrify me, man. Several months after Gamescom, Stalker 2 was delayed to September 2024. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up buying it just to support them, Divis, because I was just going to play the Game Pass edition, but now, after watching this documentary, I think I'm just going to buy the damn game, because they deserve the support. Plus, I'm sure they've got some cool bonuses with, like, pre-ordering the game. I need to check what versions they have available.
Немає у світі розробників, які хочуть випустити щось незавершене, чи хочуть зробити щось, що буде гравцям не цікаво.
Matter of fact, while this is, let me go load that up.
Неможливо працювати ще завзятіше чи ще більше. Що ми все робимо для того, щоб це було якнайкраще.
Для творчої людини не є ціль продати гру найбільшу кількість разів. Ціль – це зробити продукт, за який ти будеш пишатись. Звичайно, нам не вдалося там все зробити ідеально, але нам багато що вдалося. Досягти – це для мене і для команди це надзвичайний успіх.
Ми прямо як прапор, який далі майорить, хоч він і під вітром, і, не знаю, ракетами. Мені здається, що ми вже є якимось певним символом, що ми зробили цю гру.
І я хотів би, щоб якийсь умовний гравець, він розумів, що за кожною історією, за кожним елементом, що є в Сталкері, є людина, яка перемогла
There's
себе, щоб довести це
Well, we'll take a look at this page when we're done.
Хто б що не казав, що ми така нація, ми сильні. Ми однією рукою там снаряди досилаємо в арту, а іншою робимо гру. Ну, то це про нас.
This is a team who's talking about their culture, talking about fighting for the existence of being a nation, of being a people, of having their own language. And now we all, as a world, have gotten to see how tenuous that in fact is.
це дуже складний проект. В тебе є тільки віра у те, що в тебе вийде. І зараз вже видно, що зможемо.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The first game came out in 2007, and then they made multiple games and DLCs after that, right? I'm looking at like all the past things they've published before they got to Stalker 2.
Слава Україні!
Currently scheduled on November 20th. We're about a month out. Well, I gotta say that documentary was pretty freaking awesome. I'm looking at the editions right now. I need to get them open on this laptop. Just so that everyone's aware. So, actually, do they have a link down in here? Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Allow cookies. You got the standard edition, which is going to be on Xbox, Game Pass and stuff. Pre-order bonus, exclusive content, also on Steam, you know. Then there's Deluxe Edition, Special Extra Quest, Digital Art Book, Official Soundtrack, 1 costume, 3 weapon skins, 2 costumes, 3 weapon skins, and the Ultimate Edition, which comes with all that stuff plus the Season Pass. Season Pass owners will be eligible to obtain all the post-release downloadable content in addition to the 2 story expansions. So this is showing me right now because of where I'm located. It's not showing me in dollars right now, but I can look at it over on the other store. And those are for the, I believe, the digital editions. So essentially that comes down to the base game is like $70. Then there's the deluxe edition, which is $80. Excuse me, the base version is, yeah, $60 for the base version, $80 for the deluxe edition, and $110 for the Heart of Chernobyl edition. So yeah, guys, if you're going to be playing this, that's what you need to know. Cool stuff. Well, we're definitely playing this when it comes out. Considering the fact that I know they did a ton of post content in the first game, I think the Ultimate Edition sounds like it's going to be the right decision to make because it's going to get all of the story expansions and the season pass. So I think that's what we're going to have to roll with. Really cool documentary. For those of you who watched this live, thanks so much for being here. We're going to go roll into playing some Starfield now. I'm going to take a quick bio and we're going to get involved. For the rest of you who are watching this on YouTube as its own video once it gets pulled out from the live stream, daily streams happen at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. every single day on YouTube and Twitch. We will be playing this game on day 1 once it releases, which is November 20th at the moment. But before we get there, we have a lot of other games to play. We're currently playing Shattered Space, Starfield. We're going to be rolling into Vessel of Hatred for Diablo 4. Then we've got New World Eternum on the 15th, followed by Black Ops 6, and then Dragon Age the Veilguard. And we're going to go from Dragon Age the Veilguard into Stalker 2. So, thank you, Xbox, for this documentary. And GDC, you now have my full support. You guys sound like you're an awesome developer in the way you've taken care of your employees during this troubling time. And I cannot wait to play this game, if only to support a badass team who puts people before everything else. That is a super powerful, yeah, Divas, that's a super powerful by far one of the coolest game documentaries I've ever seen, about a team that has gone through hell to bring their game to the world. Truly motivational stuff, for sure. All right, folks, let me timestamp some stuff. I need to take a quick bio. Let's get this stuff moved over here. We got this ready to go. All right, guys, give me 3 to 5 minutes, maybe less. I'm going to go take a bio, grab a drink, check on Chris and all the cats. And then we're coming back. And assuming there's no storms or anything else, we're going to sit down and play for an hour and a half, 2 hours is the plan, at least. So stick around. We got some Starfield Shattered Space stuff coming your way. All right. Let me double check a couple of things before we get going here. Neither. It's a vitamin mixture. Like a fizzy, it's like a fizzy vitamin C, zinc, vitamin boost. There's a bug going around and I don't want to get sick, so we went to the supermarket yesterday, day before. So I'm just double checking. I could have lied. No. Hang on, I'm answering a couple questions here before we get going. All right, I need to go find some Paramore
Red and orange, everything.
before we have our conversation with her. I think someone said Wolf is another trader, trade authority in the Wolf system. Wolf system. I think Bubbaloni had said
Assuming all systems
Cheyenne
are nominal,
also.
we are ready to depart.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
I know you do. Am I going to the den? Where am I going? Probably not the ruins. That's because they haven't actually played it, no puedo. Any person out there who says that they beat it in less than 5 hours, those reviews aren't real. Alright. Ship services. I'm looking for the trade authority guy.
I understand this station was once quite the luxurious place for UC military commanders. Based on what I see.
Welcome to the
I find
Trade
it-
Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything, our stock may not be as valuable. And seeing as the trade, it is a pleasure to make.
It is a pleasure. What do you got for sale?
You won't find a better offer on the station.
Alright. Please tell me you have Paramore. I'm tired of running all over. You do not have it. I'm about to say screw it and just have the conversations without it, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to be tracking this down.
Here as I am.
for 3 hours when I could just do the conversations and quests anyway. Cheyenne, I think was the other example. Where is there a trade authority? Is there a trade authority on Aquila? I don't remember there being a trade authority on Aquila. Yeah, the new DLC has some really good side quests.
Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. You're good to go. Have a nice time.
It's off to the right? Okay. If I don't find it here, I'm just going to have the conversation with her. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to find Paramore or the things to craft it because it's... I mean, I don't know. I guess I could look for the things to craft it, but then it's another crapshoot trying to hit up the various people who sell the things you need to make it. It's probably going to be easier for me to find the compounds to make it than it is to be able to actually make it, I think. Or, excuse me, than to find it to buy, if that makes sense. I need to go look at what it takes to make.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet.
It's
Everything good?
blank,
We're here to
gold
help.
bank, not gold blank. Laredo firearms. Oh, I guess I've already been to the trade authority here.
I
have no memory of this
things
place.
I wish to discuss with you
Hey.
when you have time.
Buddy.
Welcome to Aquila City. The Trade Authority looks to Now you're speaking my language.
Nope. Alright, what do I need to make it? Hippolyte, hypercatalyst. Are those all things I can buy? I hate the fact that it's all random, so I'm not gonna. I went to 3 different vendors and didn't find it. All right, we're gonna go back to. Is there somebody here who? Hang on. Before I go back to New Atlantis, is there anybody here that sells like resources? Because I know there's Jameson and then the UC distribution center. Let's try the general store, which is right over there. There's also, yeah, let's try the general store, see what they've got. Shepherd's General Store.
Everyone needs supplies. I want to do your business. Take a gander.
I'll do more than take a gander. I'll buy stuff if you got it. Oh, you know, might as well check you while we're here too. No. Resources. Hypercatalyst. I definitely need hypercatalysts. Hippolyta, which he doesn't appear to have. And the other one was Synapse Alpha. He doesn't have any of those. Okay. Let's go back to Jemison and see what they've got there. Kind of the Mass District, I think. I know we've been to one of the stores. I don't know that we've been to the Jemison store yet. I know we've been to the UC Distribution Center. The other place is down by the bar, I think, on the first level, on the first tier. I would have to go back. Let's see. Yeah, that's all the way down there. But this one I can go to. I usually have good luck finding things here.
When really keeps the distribution
or at the store.
Welcome to UC Distribution.
What you got for sale?
Oh, well, certainly.
Nope, you don't have either. Nor do you have the Synapse stuff. So I also need to check the trade authority on Neon, it looks like. Okay. Okay. There's one more store here we can hit up.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government.
I don't think I have any down there other than that right there. Transit station, let's go.
Can we speak for a moment? Yes?
Yes, we can in a minute. Yeah, Jemison Mercantile, that's where I'm heading.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
It's amazing what passes as arts nowadays.
Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got... Oh, please, take a look.
Hypercatalysts. Nobody's got any of the Hyperluxia, though. Yeah, nobody's got the Synapse Alpha either. What the heck, man? Oh, you know what, though? Because it's an aid item. Oh, it's not a... Hang on. Okay, so I need to be going back and checking. Okay, I didn't realize that Synapse Alpha was an aid item. I wonder if Hypercatalyst is an aid item too. Not Hypercatalyst, sorry, Hippolyta? I'm learning a recipe tonight, guys. It's a chem. So it's an aid. I was checking the wrong vendor for this. Okay, hold up. I don't see it here. So I need to go back and check the trade authority vendors too again.
Appreciate the business.
Because I wasn't checking the aid. I was only checking resources thinking they were all resources. Well, herpy derpy.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
I would love to speak to you, but I'm trying to
Bulk
find the
items may
stuff
require
to make the
multiple levels of
Paramore.
approval and can take up to several. Welcome to UC Distribution.
I'm trying, Andreja.
Well,
I'm
certainly.
trying. Yeah, you don't have anything.
You're always welcome back.
Okay. Okay, we can go back to Mars really quick. Hang on, which planet had... There. Sidonia, please.
Crime's at an all-time low around.
All right, Mr. Trade Authority.
Estonia can have a depressing effect on some people.
Yeah, look, take your time. And that's cool. That's what.
Okay. Aid. There we go. He only had one? Oh my goodness. And then none of the other thing I wanted to buy. Okay,
Come
well,
back
I know
anytime.
he's there, so now we can go back to Wolf really quick, and then we'll hit up Neon. I might have enough to make one. All I need is enough to make one for now, because then I can have my conversation with Andreja. Going to the den. You know what? I forgot to push a TikTok out and a YouTube short today. I gotta do that after the stream tonight. Mars? Asks Sean. Yep, that's where Sidonia is. 'Tis on Mars. Alright. Trade Authority dude was... I forget. Somewhere over here.
Marquez is all right, I guess. If she's gonna be
May I
lucky
be
to
of
have me
service?
as a boss.
I hope we have what you
I
need.
thought everything was resources before, but it turns out some of it is aid. Synapse Alpha, there's one. I think I need 2 though. Let me double check the recipe. It's 1 Hippolyta, 2 hypercatalyst, and 1 Synapse Alpha. I should have enough to make 1 of these, which means I can then have my conversation with her, and then we can go searching. I'm gonna go hit one more place up before we do this, and that would be back on Neon. I forget where the hell Neon is, to be honest with you. Oh, it's Foley.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we
Welcome
scan
to the
your
channel,
ship.
guys.
And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
Alright.
Are you working toward that next technological leap?
Where
Then
is
let
the trade
Fusion Industries help
authority
you get there.
here? Trade authority should be right behind me.
Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the
If it's too hot to handle, yeah? Yeah? Well, then let me... You either walked into... So,
Liberated goods is my special area of interest.
now that's what I'm talking...
Let's do some business.
You got the money.
Okay. Hippolyte, I'll buy 1. He's got a pair more. That's 1 I don't have to make.
If you have the time,
I do have
wish
the
to
time. Let's do a quick save.
speak to you.
Let's pop one of these bad boys. Paramore.
Ah, hello. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
It's always good to work with old friends.
Ah, you were acquainted with some of the members before. I was not. This is all new to me.
That's my Starborn
You have
option.
certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
I do. Certainly very unique.
I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from... I have not
I wonder if I
shared
should have
much,
chosen the
but
first one. Sounds like fun.
For those that have not, Vladimir is the only... I lack... that is kind of you. I know this seems... by a group,
don't think what you're saying is childish.
Thank you. Discussing these things can... Thank you.
So I didn't actually... How does that work? Because I didn't see any, like, she liked that parts of that conversation.
You have my attention. Yes, of course.
I'm just gonna spam through these really quick.
I have never been surrounded by... It has been... There are worlds... I have done so in the past, when necessary. And that, I think... Honestly, so many... I do enjoy... You have given me something to consider. Is that it, then?
I did choose the flirt option. What I don't know, though, is... I'm gonna look something up real quick. All right. Okay. Looks like we're on the right track. And I have enough ingredients to make another Paramore. And obviously just keep my eye out now that I know that I need it and I know
think
that
I
I
could
need
do
the
quite
ingredients.
well on the Red Mile. I think together, the two of us could do very well.
We're about to try that theory out. Luck? I don't need any luck. I've got amp. Amp is all the luck I need. Hey, while we're standing here. Oh, these are not the ones I need. Not yet, Tinkles. Usually the trolls are out in fuller force in the morning hours. They gotta go to bed at night, man. They still live at home with mommy and daddy and have bedtimes. Somebody to wipe their nose and clean their butts for them. They're not allowed to stay up late like adults. Alright, kids. Here we go.
We are not alone.
Ah! Don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. Run, 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 run. Come on, jump. That guy's corpse is freaking out. Well, the beacon can attract all the attention at once. Oh shit, something stuck me. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Ah! What the hell hit me? I didn't do anything. No! Don't get stuck on the colliders. Holy shit, that gave me a panic attack. Run! Hit the button. I'm also going to have it published tomorrow morning. Tinkles, it'll get pulled out as its own thing. So if you don't have time to watch it tonight, that reaction to the documentary I'll have out in the morning as its own thing over on YouTube. It's actually, when I wrap up the stream here, that's what I go forth and do. Is I got to do video editing, I got to cut a bunch of stuff out, get videos ready for tomorrow, and I've got to schedule out the next 3 or 4 episodes of the Shattered Space playthrough that goes out in the 30-minute episodes for the rest of tonight. And then I got to do a YouTube short and a TikTok video as well. So I've still got a couple hours of work left after I finish up the stream.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
It's your turn.
Indeed you have. As promised, I'll set up your... Please take a moment to...
Talk to Autumn.
Nothing quite like the excitement of a run.
You made it.
Yes.
You must be tougher than you look.
How come I can't talk to you at the moment? There we go.
You're back. Are you okay?
I've been better. It was fun.
And here I was feeling like a nervous... Anyway.
Why? Afraid you'd...
I wouldn't expect you to understand. I'm glad. Also,
I sent that your hostility stems from past tragedy. That's the first time I've seen the empathy option in conversations.
Maybe someday I can... but no. No. Now isn't the time. We need to focus on the task at hand. Once you're on your way, come home safe, Deb.
You always were the soft one, little...
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make...
And if what you say is true about celebrities never buying you drinks, then there must be...
Excuse me? Time for me to keep my promise. You can find Mark. I'd advise you not to keep.
Thanks.
Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of...
Yeah, thanks, I'll pass.
You going to try it again?
Here, what will be our next course of action?
Well, we're gonna board his ship. I didn't care for it because there wasn't enough narrative structure to keep me interested. For those who are watching, Tinkles over on YouTube asked, "Have I ever played Elite Dangerous?" I didn't dislike it. However, there wasn't enough of a cinematic narrative experience to keep me going. I need RPG elements to really get into games, and that was way too much. Here's a ship, here are some mission boards, good luck. And it was like, nope, I need quests giving me a point A to point B. I need reasons and motivations for the main characters.
Anyone who allows us just to walk into a space like this is very, very confident. Or, I suppose, very insecure. Are we impressed? Clearly that is the goal. I think... never mind, I am not impressed.
It's definitely closer to a sim, you know, like a space sim, flight sim, space trucker sim. Yeah, that'd be a better. I mean, there is combat and stuff, but it was mostly, you know, ship, drive stuff. It reminded me a lot like EVE Online, just with a different type of graphic and presentation. And I also get bored with EVE Online because there's not enough of a narrative structure. However, I have played EVE Online more recently. I think earlier this year we did a run around January, and I was surprised that the new user experience has introduced a lot of quest lines in EVE Online, which made EVE Online more enjoyable. But there's still not enough there to keep me want to keep playing because they just don't do the narrative storytelling that much.
Welcome. If you're looking for work...
Got some questions about the first.
You did well to find... Though I suppose, given the nature of the contract, a degree of to be honest...
Hang on, let me load here real quick.
Welcome. If you're looking for...
Okay. I'm not here to work for you, I'm here to stop you.
Is that so? You did well to find me. Though I suppose...
That didn't matter.
Given the nature of the...
Okay.
To be honest... Still.
Tread.
And who might you be?
Call me Andreja.
Andreja. I gotta get used to pronouncing it that way.
If I may be so bold, you possess a certain mystique. It's a pleasure to have you here.
The feeling is not mutual, and I am not the one with whom you should be trying to curry favor, Marco.
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. You're on my ship. I'm a businessman. I won't tell you everything. However...
No deals. Tell me what I want to know or face the consequences.
I have a better idea. Instead, I tell you something. The Council of God. Do you read?
I'm doing it to protect innocent people.
Whatever road brought you...
Alright, he's down.
You cannot beat me.
think they underestimate you, Andreja. Slow and steady, guys.
One less target. Take it on down. I cannot wait.
Okay, how come I can't hit that turret? Okay, got it.
Ah, a grave mistake.
There was no other way for you. Focus.
What are you shooting at? Oh, the camera. Dude, we're gonna have to go back here and loot this whole place.
Take your best shot. Another one down.
I'm liking this shotgun.
You can't hope.
I may have to like mod this or get a new version of this. This thing's awesome. All right, what are we shooting?
You cannot beat me.
Do they even try?
Okay, anything left? Ooh, what kind of goodies we got in here? Ooh, something tasty.
An interesting find. Shall we?
We shall. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up the chicken. What weapon is this? It's the advanced Big Bang. Can I equip a pack with the Starborn suit, or does it automatically unequip? Yeah, it unequips the Starborn suit. Okay, I see. Okay. Alright, let's loot these guys on the way out. You know what?
Did they have anything of value?
I don't know, we'll check here in a little while. Can I get through this door? Yep. Where's that alarm coming from? That's an energy rifle. I actually will hold on to that. Thought I turned this off. Snipe 3R Wolf over on YouTube says, can I ask why do people hate on the DLC? Because they haven't actually played the DLC. That's why they're hating on it. It's a handful of people who have made some negative videos, and they have a rabid fan base of uneducated mouth breathers who are just spouting off a YouTube thumbnail. The game sucks because such and such streamer said it sucks. You can beat the game in 4 hours. The game sucks. You didn't actually play it. If you beat this game and you did it in 5 hours, you didn't actually play the DLC. The DLC has 20-25 hours worth of content. Like if you played and you got anything less than 5 hours, you speed run. You did a speed run. And speed run, we talked about this today. When you order food from a restaurant, if you don't finish everything on your plate, you didn't actually eat your dinner. You didn't finish the meal. You have to clean your plate before you can say that you've finished the meal. You know that competitive eaters, as an example, don't win. They don't get any credit unless they eat everything on that plate. It's the same thing here. Like, if you blow through the 5 hours of main storyline, but you don't play the rest of the DLC, you didn't actually play the DLC. You played a part of the DLC. There's a lot of content. There's companions. Well, there's crew members anyway. Tons of side quests.
This is Faraday.
No, I don't think it's a lot longer than 20, Sniper. Like, the main quest is about 5 hours long, and then all of the side content is about another 15 to 20 hours. So in total, I would say probably 20 to 25 hours if you're going to do a completionist journey. But, why did it switch quests on me? They're, I mean, I'm sure that some people will get more than 25 hours out of it because they will run around and explore all the POI, like, because there's all the procedural POIs that can happen as well. But there's like 50 new locations to explore. We've uncovered a couple of them, like the monastery. That was like 30 minutes just to clear the monastery, which doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the storyline. It's just a cool new POI. Actually, before I do this, I need to check a few things here because I may need to switch out some guns. I should hold on to that to have a EM weapon. Boosted, calibrated. That's physical. Yeah, I could sell the rest of these. I did play the original Guild Wars and all of the subsequent DLCs for that game way back in the day. Tried Guild Wars 2 a couple times over the years. Didn't like it as much as the first one. It was still a good game though.
Word to the wise. Avoid the stretch.
Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got some. I get all kinds in here. Rangers, traders, locals. Here, browse.
You being here is curious. Not our
The Trade Authority looks, down to business.
Okay, you don't have anything else for me to buy. I don't have anything else to sell. I think we're okay to go back to the kid to give him the slate bubble. And he says, I'm an edge case, and then I'll get more than 25 hours. 1 high-level max power Starborn and 1 mid-level normie, but I want to make mods that use the DLC, so I'm extra motivated. Yeah. I think there's absolutely the potential for people to have as big of a playthrough as they want, to be honest with you. Alright, I'm going to turn this slate in, everybody, and then I have got to head out because I've still got video editing to do. I got to cut out that documentary for tomorrow morning.
You should try food buns, Mia.
And then we have tomorrow's stream, which will be starting at around 9 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll be back for more Starfield tomorrow. We're going to continue working our way up through towards Shattered Space Round 2. We still got to get more faction with Andreja. But at least we got through the first one tonight, and I've got enough ingredients to make some Paramore.
Helga says I spend too much time.
And I'll, of course, keep my eye out to buy some more as we go along. But we've at least done her first conversation, so we've got a few more to
Deputy.
do.
How do you like the job?
Feels good to be out there making a difference.
That's good to hear.
So I'm going to head out for tonight.
brings you
Thanks
by?
for those of you who hung out this evening on top of this morning, but I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. And, of course, if you're following along on Twitch right now, don't forget the day-to-day happens on YouTube in between the streams. So any of the discussions, game reviews, game guides, those kind of things, those all happen over on YouTube, so hopefully we'll see you in both places. Don't forget the Patreon. I just put up an update, latest update to the novel outline that I'm working on. There's also a Discord, all the socials. I'm about to go push a YouTube short and a TikTok short out as well. So I'll see you guys there. Have fun.